welcome to Elements of Ayurveda, Empowering Wisdom of Life. I'm your host, Colette, and in this podcast, I hope to empower you to take charge of your own health by sharing the holistic teachings of Ayurveda, the ancient healing tradition from India. We will also discuss topics like health and wellness, nutrition, yoga, fitness, meditation, breath work, and much more, as well as interviewing lots of inspiring people along the way. My humble wish is to help you to connect to your true nature, to Mother Nature, and to each other. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the show, and the new episodes will automatically download for you to enjoy. If you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend you listen to the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. I've also set up a Facebook group for us to connect and to support each other, and I'd love for you to join me over at Elements of Ayurveda podcast group. And now, here's the show. Before we start the show today, I want to let you know that on that Elements of Ayurveda podcast Facebook group, I've put up a poll where I'm looking for your feedback for what you want to hear more of as I put together my plan for episodes in 2019. I'd love to hear from you. What episodes do you like? What would you like to hear more of? What topics resonate with you? So please head on over there. The link will be in the show notes to make your suggestions, to have your say in the poll. You can also reach me privately through my website at elementshealingandwellbeing.com. That's elements with an S, healing and A-N-D, wellbeing.com. And now let's get on with the show. Hello and welcome to Elements of Ayurveda. Today I'm very happy to introduce you to my teacher, Dr. Vaidya Jayarajan Kodikannath, who is a visionary, a classical trained Ayurveda doctor, and an accomplished teacher representing a lineage of Ayurveda practitioners from Kerala, India. He is currently working as the Vice President and Academy Director of Kerala Ayurveda and is on the Board of Directors of the National Ayurveda Medical Association, NAMA, and the California Association of Ayurvedic Medicine, with a mission to make Ayurveda as a credible profession in the Western world. He worked as the Chief Medical Officer of an internationally acclaimed Ayurvedic resort in Bangalore, India, Ayurvedigram, for more than 10 years before moving to America. Dr. J, it is such a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Great. Well, it's such a pleasure. The first thing I want to ask you about, Dr. J, is in your bio, I read that you represent a lineage of Ayurvedic practitioners from Kerala. Can you tell us more about this lineage and your path into Ayurveda, please?
Oh, sure. Kerala is known for the authentic Ayurvedic training and practice globally. Mm-hmm. If you look at the history, the Indian history, you will see that most of the invasions happen in the north, whereas the healers in the southern end of India, in Kerala, were able to keep up the traditional practices without any disturbances. Mm. And that made Kerala as the focal point for the authentic Ayurveda. I'm representing a lineage of Kerala Ayurveda, an institution established in 1945 by Vaidyan K.G. Panikar. And we were able to track at least 4 generations before him in the practice of Ayurveda. So I'm representing the lineage of Kerala Ayurveda, with a passion to share this knowledge with the world.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what does Ayurveda mean to you?
Ayurveda is the path of life, the science of life, the knowledge of how we can make our life meaningful, understanding the purpose of life, and able to live the life to its fullest potential. If you really look at the goal of Ayurveda as a science to bring health, harmony, peace, happiness, and longevity. That's what Ayurveda is. Mm. It has all the elements that covers the physical aspect, the mental, emotional, familial, social, spiritual, all the aspects of life, and provide guidance to be a well-balanced, strong individual who can accomplish the purpose of this life to its fullest.
Beautiful. It certainly is. It covers every aspect of our lives, and that's why it's such a wonderful wisdom. And can you tell us a little bit about your path into Ayurveda? Did you grow up with Ayurveda in your family? I know you like you said, you came from a lineage of Ayurveda practitioners.
Sure. I'm coming from an Ayurvedic family. My maternal side, my maternal grandfather was a Vaidya. There is a term called Nattu Vaidyam in Kerala. Nattu Vaidyam means they were village practitioners. That means a patient can come home for a consultation, or the patient is disabled. He used to go to their home for a consultation, go around in the village and pluck the herbs, herbs from the forest and around the village, and give the appropriate blend herb to the patient, saying, hey, make a decoction with this for next 1 week, and take it and come back and let me know how you are doing. And if there is a complex formulation required, he used to bring all the raw herbs to home, and we, the family, will help him to make that formulation, and the patient will come and pick it up next day. Oh. And nothing asked. There is no transactional, it is not a transactional relationship at all. Nothing asked. So that was the background from where, and I was so fascinated by the conditions he was able to, help people with, and how it was helping and, transforming people. That has been my, the childhood inspiration to be in this path.
Of course, yes, you grew up with it as a natural way of life. Wonderful.
That's right.
Now, I studied with you at Kerala Ayurveda Academy. I did the online program, which was fantastic because I was living in Bali at the time, working with the Ayurvedic Doctor there. And then when I moved to California, I did the Panchakarma Technician program. So it was wonderful to be there in person. Can you tell us about Kerala Ayurveda Academy? Now, you moved to the States 10 years ago. Can you tell us about that journey, setting it up, and about the academy and why it's different from other schools or academies?
Sure. And, we really get excited when, students like you're all very passionate.
Yes.
And you are really joining, in our journey, life's journey of taking this forward and making it available for the entire world.
Yeah, well, we need to spread the word.
Of course. And such a wonderful system, helping us to understand there is no difference between us and the nature. Nature is transforming us every moment, and we are transforming into the nature every moment. There's a whole system interconnected and, supporting each other and making our life and the nature balanced and healthy. So, I have been with Kerala Ayurveda as an institution, working with the Kerala Ayurveda for more than 20 years. And I came here in 2010. So the whole purpose was, following the footpaths of our founder, Vaidya Jayarajan, because we were able to see in his diary and in his, notes that he was very clear. The mission was to take Ayurveda globally, and we were just following his passion and his path, and started the Kerala Ayurveda Academy in Seattle, Washington. That was our first location. We established that in 2004. Then started another location in the Bay Area here in California. Then in Los Angeles and Boston and New Jersey. So we have Kerala Ayurveda as an institution. We have all the resources and the system required, for the system. Kerala Ayurveda is a complete spectrum Ayurvedic institution. We are into Ayurvedic education. We have 35 Ayurvedic clinics and wellness centers, 3 hospitals, international healing facilities, publication division, wide herbal gardens. We manufacture more than 350 Ayurvedic herbal formulations. We have research and development department. We have all these resources available in India. And I always say that these are all, for our students joining Kerala Ayurveda Academy. All these resources are available for them. For example, about 2 weeks back, 15 of our students were in India working with Ayurvedic doctors in the Ayurvedic hospitals and Ayurvedic resorts.
So wonderful.
And, being as junior clinicians working there and able to see Ayurveda practiced as a standalone healthcare science.
Yeah.
And, the whole goal of Kerala Ayurveda Academy is to create confident and capable Ayurvedic practitioners, because finally it is all about community. And I really, feel fulfilled and totally, satisfied when some of our graduates, when they come and say that, hey, Dr. J, we are doing very well and we are able to support our community and, we are doing very good. How we can give back to Kerala Ayurveda Academy. So I tell them, you are already doing it. That is exactly what we want you to give us back. Showing us as the outstanding practitioners in your community. And all Kerala Ayurveda Academy graduates should be the outstanding, practitioners in their community. And that's the best what you can give us back.
So wonderful. Yes. And it is such a wonderful community of practitioners.
That's
like
right.
It's such a
That's
family.
Right. And we have the full range of programs, primarily 3 categories. One is the certification programs, as you have done the Ayurvedic Wellness Counselor program. It's a 625-hour program approved by State of Washington, State of California. Our distance education program is approved by the State of Washington. Then we have the second level program, Ayurvedic Wellness Practitioner program. That's a 1,000-hour program. And where we teach, even the Ayurvedic clinical management of various problems. The first program is more of prevention and life enhancement, all the natural tools available. Second level are, even ability to help people with the various health problems. And I'm so happy to say that we got approval from State of California to launch the Ayurvedic Doctor program,
Excellent.
which we are launching mid-2019.
Wonderful. Congratulations. That's wonderful to hear.
Thank you. Thank you. So that will be another 2,500 hours above, the Ayurvedic practitioner program with 500 hours of clinical internship. And a specialization of, there will be a dissertation and working in Ayurvedic on certain specialities. So these are the certification program, long-term program. Then we provide professional workshops, continued education program for Ayurvedic counselors and practitioners on specific areas like Panchakarma, which you have already done, and Ayurvedic assessment and pulse diagnosis. Ayurvedic formulation making and herbology. So those areas we do professional workshop because these are all, very vast area of knowledge where, in a certification program, 20, 40 hours is not enough to our graduates need to go more deeper in certain area to become successful in their practice. Then, of course, we do a lot of community support programs, community education programs. And again, seasonal, taking care of health in various seasons, various age groups. So we do all these levels, professional education as well as the public education. And we were getting very good response. Our enrollments are, every year it is increasing. And our visibility, and as a head of this institution, I really feel happy to see the growth of Ayurveda as a system, and the number of people getting benefited, with this system. And the passion is now to take it through the legalization and making sure, Ayurveda as a legalized profession in the future.
Yes, yes. And that's what I'd want to talk to you about also, is about the fact that you're on the board of directors of NAMA, the National Ayurvedic Medical Association. And I'd love for you to tell us about that campaign now.
Of course, we are really excited about this because this is going to make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
I am on the board of National Ayurveda Medical Association as well as on the board of California Association of Ayurvedic Medicine. NAMA is the oldest national association in Ayurveda with a very credible track record.
Mm-hmm.
We have been, there's a group of passionate professionals on the board committed to take Ayurveda and bring it to the mainstream. We have been working on standardization of education, the scope of practice-based practice,
mm-hmm.
and also continued education requirement. We are in the process of implementing the national board exams.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point of time to make sure that we are on the right track, able to bring all the scopes and possibilities of Ayurveda. Accreditation is the key, like any other profession.
Yes.
So having an fully functional accreditation board will act as the spine of taking this profession forward. That's why we already formed the accreditation council. And it's time for us to make sure that it is able to sustain and grow. That is why we are requesting all those who are, connected with Ayurveda, as professionals, as institutions, those who benefited through Ayurveda, mm-hmm. those who are passionate about Ayurveda, to join hands and help now financially make sure we are able to sustain this board and take it through the process. So that's why we just launched the campaign,
yes,
a fundraising campaign to support this cause, and we are sure that people will be helping us in making it happen.
Wonderful. And I will put a link to that NAMA fundraising campaign in the show notes here. Do you have information on that, Dr. J, right now, where people can go to? ayurvedanama.org. That is the, ORG. That is our website. Wonderful.
And they can go there and, go to that the page, and they can donate online.
Wonderful.
It's pretty easy.
Great. That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. And it's for such a wonderful cause, because it will mean that all these wonderful practitioners and now future doctors in Ayurveda who are studying in the US will be accredited, and it will be right up there with the Western medical doctors.
Exactly. That is the whole goal. Mm-hmm. Being a clinician, Ayurvedic clinician for more than 2 decades, I know how powerful it is.
Yes.
If I, as a single person, was able to transform thousands of people in this 2 decades, and you think about more than 2,000 graduates of Kerala Ayurveda doing the same thing in their communities, and it's a part of transforming the whole world.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Naturally
absolutely.
empowering every individual that, hey, the healer is within you. Mm-hmm. The healer is not in the hospital. The real healer is within you. If you get a cut or a burn, who is going to create the new tissue to heal that wound? The patient's own body will create. There is an innate healing mechanism. How to support that innate healing mechanism through the right, nutritional path, right lifestyle, the right way of thinking, right way of living with the nature. Mm-hmm. And that's what the whole system is about. Healing is natural and spontaneous. And nature has all the resources to heal, nurture, nourish, and help you live longer. Absolutely. So why can't we, tap that resources? How we can, why can't we adapt and adopt the right natural principles to make our, life healthy and happy?
Absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. And if we learned this information about our constitution and the fact that we are the healer and that we can take charge of our own health and well-being at a young age, it would have been wonderful information. But it is happening that people are now hearing about Ayurveda. We're all doing our work in our own way, spreading the word about Ayurveda because it's a logical in-depth holistic science, and that's why everybody who studies it or comes across it is very passionate about it, because it's so in tune with the natural rhythms of nature, and it's a beautiful science that encompasses every part of your life.
Every part of the life. Being a clinician, I've been working with the people with the various imbalances that could be physical, functional, mental, emotional, and there is an answer for everything,
There is.
and it's all about fine-tuning the individual system. And I'm glad that Ayurveda is getting more and more popular across the globe. For example, when I came here in 2010, I was teaching my students all these great herbs and formulations, but there was no formulations available at that point of time.
Right.
And sometime it was a little bit frustration for them. Hey, Dr. J, you are teaching all this great stuff, not available here, then what's the point? So I told them that I don't want to restrict your learning for just what is available here today. And I'm sure at some point of time, we will have everything available here. That's what we are working for. And I'm very proud to say today that we have more than 200 formulations, the traditional formulations available.
Wonderful.
More than 100 herbs available here. More than 30, 40 types of Ayurvedic traditional oils available for facilitating various, healing various health concerns.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. And people can purchase those online on Kerala Ayurveda Academy website?
Definitely. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we provide Kerala Ayurveda in America. We provide education for, we offer even free programs on the Kerala Ayurveda website.
Yes.
And, we have specific focused programs. If we have somebody want to just learn the foundational principle of Ayurveda, we have a program. Somebody want to learn the nutritional aspect of Ayurveda, we have a small program, like that. Then we provide services in our Bay Area Center, Milpitas, California. We provide Ayurvedic services, including Ayurvedic consultations. We do that both in person as well as technology is really helping us.
Yes.
We do conduct online consultation. Then we have Ayurvedic herbs and herbal supplements and formulations, Ayurvedic oils. So, we are here providing all the comprehensive offerings of Ayurveda.
How much you have grown since you first started?
It is pretty exciting that there is more recognition, there is more support.
Yes.
And we are, really grateful to all those who, trusted us and being a part of their healing journey, their learning journey. And we are really, we really appreciate their trust in us. And we will keep on continuing, holding on to that, the root principles. So that is our commitment.
Beautiful.
We are from the roots of Ayurveda. We will be holding on the root principle. But here we are with a modern voice, able to converse with the modern community in their language. So that is our slogan, from the roots with a modern voice.
Oh, wonderful. I like that slogan. Yes. From the roots with a modern voice. I really like that.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes,
and those roots are certainly spreading, Dr. J. They're spreading far and wide, which is wonderful. And I think people are really craving this right now, that they're understanding that something needs to shift in the healthcare system. And I do believe Ayurveda provides that answer, because, again, it looks at a holistic view of the person rather than just treating one aspect or one organ or one area of the body. We understand that it needs to be a holistic approach, and also that Ayurveda is all about prevention in the first place, so that disease or illness does not manifest in the body. Can you share with us a story of a client that you have had in the past who you brought along this healing journey, and would you have an example that you could share with us? I know you've seen thousands and thousands of clients.
I can. Definitely,
Wonderful.
I can tell you a lot of stories. There are complex cases with a simple Ayurvedic protocol, how they're transformed. And there are cases seem simple, but that is a real agony for that individual. There are, I can tell you a lot of stories. So at this point of time, let me, just share some of the very interesting cases.
Great.
Cases like, PTSDs, the post-traumatic disorder, that, right?
PTSD, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
PTSDs. There were, many cases in my journey. This will be an example how comprehensively Ayurveda helps. So in this such cases, it is not only the mind. The trauma was that much impactful that affected their mind, their emotion, their physical system, their function. It can really debilitate people at all levels. It can have physical manifestation. It can have, their behavioral manifestation. So what we do, I'll, tell you a story about a lady who came to India when I was at Ayurveda Gram as the chief medical officer from Russia. She, a medical doctor who, as a part of, the defense system, and she had to see a lot of this, the wars and traumas, etc.
Yeah.
And when she came, she had multiple problems. She had an autoimmune disorder. Her main issue was she cannot sleep. And whenever she sleeps, she gets these dreams, and she was really scared of getting into sleep. And then it's a ripple effect. The lack of sleep lead to many other issues,
Of course.
And we have taken her through a journey of Ayurvedic Panchakarma, Ayurvedic rejuvenation, herbs, yoga, meditation, pranayama, and also counseling, the Ayurvedic principles of counseling. And one day I still remember, I think it was the fourth day, she came back saying that if you can help me about the sleep, it will be, it will be really helpful because that is really the challenge for me. Then I asked her, okay, you have been seeing these dreams for how many years now? Almost 17, 18 years. This has been haunting me. Then I took her through a process of, Ayurvedic counseling. And I told her, okay, hey, you need to change, you need to shift your approach to these dreams. You know that it is dream, and you have been seeing this so many years, and it is not affecting you. It's only just bothering you, but you know that it doesn't have any connection with your reality today. You have a good family, you are fine here, you are financially well, everything is fine. It's only a dream. I want tonight onwards, it will be a little difficult for you, but I want you to invite the dreams. You need to tell before you sleep that, hey dreams, you have been coming and bothering me all these years. I know that you don't have any connection with my life now, and I know that you cannot do anything on me right now. It is just you are temporarily bothering me. I'm inviting you. Please come and go. You do whatever you want. Please come and go. Since you are not able to cause anything on my today's life, I want you to come. Please welcome. And I told her, it's a play of mind. Mind is like a small child. Whenever you restrict, the child will go only to that constantly. Okay. So, and that was next day she came to me saying that, she was so emotional. And of course, I supported with, other Ayurvedic ingredients and formulations, etc. And by the time she left Ayurvedagram, she was fine. And she's still with me.
Wow.
I was so grateful for that. So it's a system that supports at all levels. The more tools you use, the better your recovery is.
It's so true, and it's a system unlike the Western system, where Western system zooms in on an organ or a specific system in the body, whereas in Ayurveda it really zooms out and looks at the totality of everything.
Exactly. It does both. it zooms out and show you as one, you are a part of the whole world. You are a part of the whole nature. After that awareness, then you zoom into your problems, understanding that this problem is also a part of the whole.
Yes.
That is the uniqueness of Ayurveda. That is why we are able to give sustainable outcome in, I can tell you a lot of stories about whether it is an autoimmune conditions, etc. But in the Western world, Ayurveda being, it is not a licensed healthcare practice. We are more acting as a supportive system, complementary system. But still it supports, even people while they are going through their mainstream, the medical journey, they are already taking medication, etc. But still we are able to fit in and support in their whole transformation.
Absolutely.
And, being a science of life, it fits in everywhere. We have MD doctors doing our program and, our educational program and our healing program. And incorporating in their practice, guiding people.
That's just so wonderful to hear.
Yeah. And sometimes, I'll tell you another small story.
Oh, please, I love these stories.
So I did a consultation 2 weeks ago for an internal medicine MD. He had, degenerative spine disorders and the neck and lower back. A very nice gentleman with, and he got to know about us through his, yoga and the Tai Chi practitioner. And he, they told that you should have an Ayurvedic consultation so you will get much more tool to help your degenerating back. And I was, discussing with him and making him understand what is, Ayurveda and how it works, guiding him through the food, the water, the breath, the lifestyle, etc. And I was telling him why he should not take cold drinks. And I was giving the rationale why he should not eat too much raw vegetables. And in his degenerative condition, according to Ayurveda, how is, going to affect. And, after that, I saw him a little bit, he asked me, what is the point? We are, spending 8 years and 11 years and learning this medical science without even this common sense principle with us.
Yeah.
Whatever you mentioned me, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
But we didn't study that. And in this 8 to 11 years of study as a medical doctor, what is the point? Even not knowing the fundamental principles.
Right.
How you simply explain me, and that makes perfect sense.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. It's logical. In Ayurveda, it's just really introducing yourself to yourself, telling you your unique constitution, and then telling you how to live, how to eat, how to exercise, how to work, what's the best climate, every aspect of your life. It's giving you guidance, which is just so beautiful.
Sure. Always, in the modern world, there is a thinking that whenever I have a problem, I need to go to a hospital, and the hospital has only something, it can heal. Your treatment is in the hospital. I'm not saying that, there is a medical system. It is doing wonderful thing for emergency management, immediate surgeries. Every system.
Yes.
Every system has its own merits and its own limitations. While modern system is doing a great job in this emergency management and surgeries, etc. But, the chronic degenerative conditions, the autoimmune conditions, the lifestyle disorders, you are the healer and you have all the resources to heal.
Yeah.
And we usually say that 70% of your healing is in your kitchen cabinet and in your kitchen garden.
Yes.
Some of the ingredients in your kitchen are wonderful healing material that supports the healer within you. And having more understanding and knowledge about that changes the life.
Yes, and that's what I love about it too, that and the purpose of this podcast is to empower people to become their own healers, so that we want to empower each individual educate them, get them to understand their body and to become their own healer so that they can go out there and live their life and thrive. And, hopefully we won't see them too much, maybe for regular cleanses, but other than that, they should be thriving. So it's not a case of a fear-based model where you want to hold on to your clients or where you want them coming back again and again. This model is all about educating and empowering and putting them out there in the world and thriving. Totally. Whether in our education program or even our day as a Vaidya, as an Ayurvedic practitioner, our morning chant is, let all be well. Let all be away from all the diseases. Let all be safe and secure. Let all be away from all sufferings. That is the first chant in Sanskrit we do in the morning. And we want people to be free from all their problems. We don't want them to come back again. They can come back again for further enhancement. Yes. As the seasonal cleanses or enhancing the quality. We don't want them to keep taking even herbs the lifetime to manage their problems. Yes. And this approach is so different from, I feel, the way some systems are set up to keep the client coming back, to hold on to them. This, like I said, this fear-based system. Whereas in Ayurveda, it's like, no, I want to educate you. I want to help you heal yourself, give you the power, the tools to go forward and become your own healer. And I love that. I love that it's a generous system. It's about empowering people, educating and giving them the confidence to go forward, not only to be their own healer, but for their families, for their friends.
Exactly. Sometimes our students come and ask me, Dr. J, when I, attend your classes sometime at home, I will have my, husband, my children, they join me. Is that okay? I know that I am paying, for the tuition. Is that okay? I tell them, please ask them to join you. And if this can help them, to change, shift to a better, we'll be very happy. And all this knowledge is not for just to keep within you. Exactly. This is to be shared. Yeah. This is to be shared with the world. That is why I really appreciate you that you are doing this podcast and bringing this knowledge out to the world. And I think this is the highest human virtue, what you're expressing. Oh, thank you. Helping people, giving this knowledge to heal themselves. Yes. Helping people while they are in pain is considered as the highest human virtue, according to the Vedic sciences. It's beautiful. And we are all a part of that. Absolutely. We're all a part of that. And in our world now, it's so beautiful to see a science with such humility. I feel it's a very humble science. Very, very humble science. Yeah. And that because resonates. The root principle, let me tell you, how an Ayurveda practitioner should see their patient. The first chapter of the Vedic text Ashtanga Hridayam says, Anadhan rogino yascha putravat samupacharet. This is Sanskrit. I will explain. The meaning is, please take care of the people coming to you as your own children. That is the first principle an Ayurveda practitioner learns in the first chapter of the Vedic text. Then, there is nothing beyond that, right? Yeah, right? How you take care of your own child, you take care of the people like that, then it is not a transactional science at all. Yeah, exactly. That's why when I came to America, we cannot call them patient because Ayurveda is not a healthcare practice. The commonly used terminology was client, and it was so hard for me to call them clients. Yeah. Because client is a business transactional relationship. It was so difficult for me. Oh. Then in Kerala Ayurveda, I started using a terminology, rogi, R-O-G-I, it's a Sanskrit word, a person who seeks the help from a practitioner to bring balance in their system. That is called rogi. So we use in Kerala that one. That's right. I remember you using that. Yeah. And that is lovely too. And that goes hand in hand with the consciousness that Ayurveda has in running through its system and wisdom is that we are all one. We're part of nature. We're all connected. Therefore, we should treat each other as brothers and sisters. This is a one world family. Vasudhaiva Kudumbagam, the one world family. where everybody and everything, the fellow human beings, animals, birds, plants, fishes, gas, worms, everything is a part of our family. And, the new emerging science of microbiome, it is nothing but the bacteria is a part of you. You cannot live without the bacterial flora within you. And it's a world of mutual support, support, taking care and heal. Bacteria need us and we need bacteria. And the way everything, the air I am breathing now was a part of the trees around me a few minutes ago.
Right.
And the carbon dioxide, what I am, exhaling will be a part of that tree in the next few minutes or few hours. Then what is the difference between me and that tree?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
If you want to take care of yourself, you take care of the nature around you. Because there's no difference between you and the nature.
Absolutely.
The energy of your family member influences you, and your energy influences them.
Yeah.
So nurture the positive energy within you that automatically, transpires as the positive energy of your own family member and your own friend. So the transformation starts from you.
Yes.
Yes. The healing starts from you. And that's exactly what we need to do. Every Ayurvedic student, every Ayurvedic practitioner, every human being should nurture that positivity within them.
Yeah.
So that they are a part of the healing the world.
Exactly, because it starts with each individual, but then it vibrates out into the energy throughout your family, your community, and so on. And I believe this is, like, as you mentioned earlier, we can certainly change the world with Ayurveda. And it just takes all the practitioners, the students, and people coming to to seek Ayurvedic healing and start their journey. And little by little, we're spreading out more and more, which is just absolutely wonderful.
Yes. That is the a science that empowers every individual.
Yeah.
Be a part of their transformation and the transformation of the world. It's a consciousness-based, science.
Yeah.
And saying that mind care is life care. Ayurveda teaches us, we as human beings, we do only 3 types of actions in this life. Physical actions, mental actions, and verbal actions. And almost all of these actions are done by mind. If I need to pick up something, my mind need to tell my hand, buddy, please go and pick it up. All the mental actions are done by mind. All the verbal actions are done by mind. Who is the hero? The mind is the hero. That's why in our consultation, our consultations are 60 to 90 minutes consultation. Half of the consultation time I spend in making them understand, shifting in their consciousness, their understanding about life.
Yes.
Mind care is life care. If you know that you are the real healer, you are empowered to take the right step.
Right.
Otherwise, you will wait till you are pain to look for a painkiller.
Yes.
Not knowing that you can prevent that pain on your own and you can heal the pain on your own.
So true. So true. Yeah, the healing and health and contentment lie in your own hands.
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, Dr. J, I know you have piqued the listeners' interest in studying Ayurveda. I know when I was searching for a school and for a Ayurvedic certification, I did lots of research and I chose Kerala Ayurveda Academy because of the lineage, because of the depth of the scope of practice, and also the history the school had. And I loved the online program. It was so great because, like I said, I was in Bali at the time, so I was able to start studying online.
Sure.
And it was wonderful. So can you give some advice to the listeners today who are interested in studying Ayurveda?
Sure. Technology is really helping us. We live stream all our classes. Even while the students sitting in the class, still we live stream the classes. Why we need to do that? There are a lot of students across the globe joining our program. We have students from Australia, from South America, from Europe, from India. joining our program. And that really humbles me. That really, really make me emotional.
Yes.
Seeing a student is passionate to sit the whole night to watch the class on Ayurveda. How passionate they are.
Yeah.
It's a very humbling experience when students, they are really want to learn this. That is why technology, we live stream all the classes, and all those classes are archived for their review any number of time. We have an excellent e-learning system that provides all the content wherever they are across the globe, in any time zone. Their Ayurvedic learning is accessible on their computer, their smartphone, or their tablet. And we provide in-class training, and we also provide, the continued education programs. So, welcome to this wonderful family. We always say that when you join a Kerala Ayurveda education program, you are a part of the Kerala Ayurveda family. And when we say that, we mean it.
I know you do.
For example,
yes, I feel it when I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Tuesday evening class for the first level program. We encourage even graduates to continue on that forever without any additional fee. There is a clinical discussion on Thursday evening for the practitioner students. And we encourage our graduates to continue that even after, any number of years. That's without wonderful. Any additional fee. And I feel very happy when my 2010 students are still on my class on Thursdays, bringing their clinical cases. And it's free.
Well,
we don't charge anything for that. We know that Ayurveda is an ocean. The whole life is not enough to learn the complete Ayurveda. It's a lifelong journey.
Yes.
And we encourage our students to do that. So if you'd like to join Kerala Ayurveda as a program, we welcome you wholeheartedly and see, what is your passion and up to what level you want to take it. We have program for every requirement. If it is for self-help, let us know. If it is you want to take it as a professional path, please do let us know. If you want to add value to your current practice, we have programs for, every requirement. And our website is www.keralaayurveda.us. And if you want to reach us through email, our National Enrollment Advisor's email is admissions@keralaayurveda.us.
Great.
If you want to have your own healing consultations or want to get any herbs, Ayurvedic traditional, formulations, or, want to go through the Ayurvedic cleanses, purification, panchakarma, rejuvenation, send us an email at wellness@keralaayurveda.us. If you want to call and get any of this information, our toll-free number is 888-275-9103. 888-275-9103. So we'll be very happy to help you with. And we look forward for, you to join as a part of this, life-changing learning and healing process of Ayurveda.
Wonderful. Thank you for all that information. I certainly get a lot of people emailing me and listeners asking where they can continue to study because everyone just feels that connection with Ayurveda because Ayurveda speaks the truth to our true nature, to our want and need to connect to nature. And it's just wonderful. And I'm more than happy to represent Kerala Ayurveda Academy and to also recommend it highly. And I'll put all those links in the show notes, everybody. So if you didn't catch that, just head on over to the show notes and I'll put all the links there for you.
Oh, wonderful. Colette, you are a great student and please continue your journey. And, it's a very rewarding journey.
It is.
And please make sure that you are joining the Tuesday discussions. I know you are, in Europe, but still, at least watch the archives. And,
yes.
even for the job, what you are doing on your podcast, etc. We want to make this available to the whole world,
Yes.
Ayurveda.
Yes.
And that is our dharma. That is, for me, this is my life. This is not a job. This is my life is dedicated to Ayurveda, propagation of Ayurveda.
I feel
and
the
wherever
same.
there is an opportunity, to talk, to guide, if there is any opportunity, anybody want me to be a part of, the propagation of Ayurveda, I'm always available.
Yes, you made yourself available to us today, and I agree. I feel the same way, that my dharma is to spread the word and the wisdom of Ayurveda, because I feel it can heal the world and help the world move forward in global consciousness.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Colette.
My pleasure, Dr. J. It was so wonderful to talk to you, and I hope to see you at the NAMA conference in April 2019.
Wonderful.
I'll get to see you in person then again.
April NAMA conference is here in Santa Cruz, California.
That's right.
In a wonderful retreat center, and I look forward to meet with all our students, graduates.
Yes.
And for me, it's a kind of an annual reunion.
It
with
is.
our students, graduates, and so wonderful, so wonderful.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next year. Thanks again.
Thank you, and namaste.
Namaste. What a pleasure to have Dr. J on the show. And if you're interested in finding out more about Kerala Ayurveda, just please check out the show notes. I'll put all the links there for you. And as Dr. J said, the healer is within you. And that's what I want you to understand. I mentioned earlier the poll I have up on Facebook, and there was a big interest in healing practices. And I really want to encourage people to think of themselves as the healer. And that's why I put together my new 7-week transformational journey. It's a journey of healing, connection, education, and empowerment. And I'm going to start this journey January 18th. It's a 7-week online program. And the 3 steps are resetting, which starts with a 90-minute online consultation with me. And then that goes into a tailored cleanse. And then restoring, rejuvenating you after that cleanse, restoring and building a strong foundation through daily practices and through food. And then finally, we go into step 3, which is renewing. And this journey now is to install a new day-to-day operating system, so you don't revert back to those poor habits that pulled you out of balance in the first place. So in the last final step, step 3, it will be a 4-week online daily habits for a holistic health program. And the reason I put this together is because Ayurveda is a system that supports you at all levels. And the more tools you use, the more supported you will be in your healing journey. I find that people come to me for consultations, which is great, but oftentimes are reverting back to old habits and falling out of balance again. So this is why I wanted to take people on this 7-week journey, so that you go through this program coming out the other side really confident, educated, and feeling that you are empowered, that you have the tools to take care of yourself going forward. So this journey, like I said, will begin on January 18th. It's online. So please check it out. I'll put the link in the show notes, and you can also go check out my website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com /reset, restore, renew. So that's elementshealingandwellbeing.com. If you go to the homepage, you'll see the Start Here button on the top right-hand corner of the homepage. You can just click that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. I would like you to now start thinking about how you're going to support yourself in 2019. The new year is just ahead. Think about the practices and the intentions that you want to make for 2019 for your health and well-being. Take good care of yourself.